Femi Otedola made headlines in November 2022 when he celebrated his 60th birthday on a private luxury super yacht named Christiana O, worth over 2.2 billion naira. But that is one thing about success. It's like an iceberg. People only see the ice. They don't care about what is beneath it. Nobody cares about Otedola's dedications, his good habits, his hard work, the disappointments he experienced, the sacrifices he made, his failures, and more importantly, his persistence. The only thing people are interested in is his lifestyle and how he spent his wealth. What most people don't know is that before Femi Otedola became the second Nigerian after Aliko Dangote to appear on Forbes List of Dollar-dominated billionaires, he almost lost all his fortunes in 2008. He was so frustrated, he wanted to give up. He wanted to end it all. His loss was so much that at a time he contemplated taking his own life. But he made a single decision that changed it all. Today's video is about how Femi Otedola almost lost all his wealth during the 2008 global financial crisis. But before we continue, if you are interested in true, inspiring and motivating stories that will rekindle your drive for success, you are in the right place because that is what we do. So, if that makes you happy, take the like button on a business trip with you to discuss your next big idea. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. Femi Otedola is a passionate businessman that every aspiring entrepreneur in Nigeria and Africa at large look up to. He was born in the ancient city of Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State. He had a family and upbringing that everyone will wish for. He graduated from the prestigious Obafemi Awolowo University in 1985 and immediately joined the family business. He worked as the head of the marketing department in the family printing press. During his time there, he gained experience and understood the dynamics of the business world. After a few years of joining the family business, Femi Otedola started his own company named Forbes Limited. The company focused on finance, investment, and trading. 5 years after he left the family business, Femi Otedola ventured into oil and gas. He invested into several oil companies and banks. Just as everything was falling in place for him, the unexpected happened. Femi Otedola was losing everything he had worked for so fast. In 2008, a shipment containing 1 million tons of diesel was coming to Nigeria. The shipment belongs to Forte Oil, a company majorly owned by Femi Otedola. But there was a serious problem before the shipment got to Nigeria. Oil prices collapsed from $146 per barrel to $34 per barrel, and this was just the beginning. Almost the same time, Naira was devalued and the interest rates began to skyrocket very fast. Within the twinkle of an eye, Femi Otedola, that was rising so fast in the business ladder, suddenly found himself struggling at the bottom. Everything happened so fast, and his rosy life took a sudden turn, leaving him billions in the red. Just like that, Femi Otedola lose $480 million due to plunge in oil prices, $258 million due to devaluation of Naira, an additional $320 million due to accruing interest rate. And when the stock market crashed, he lost over $160 million. These were the darkest and most challenging days in Femi Otedola's success journey. By this time, he was $1.2 billion in debt. He was down, he was frustrated, he was depressed. At this point, he had only two options.
Commit suicide or weather the storm.
But he made the right decision. He decided to weather the storm. He knew tough times never last, but tough people do. So he realized that it was just a phase and it will be over soon. He learned some valuable lessons during these trying times. For instance, he realized that he didn't have the proper structure for his business, and banks didn't give him the right advice. These banks were only interested in making profit without considering the long-term implication and sustainability for his own business. Within a while, banks started pressuring him to repay his loans. According to him, the same banks that were sending beautiful ladies to get him deposit money into his bank account were now sending angry looking men to get him repay his debts. Wow, that is actually the reality of life. These banks later sold the debts Otedola owned to the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria, AMCON. It was a total of 200 billion naira. Interestingly, AMCON offered Otedola a restructuring deal to help him repay his debt easily, but he declined. He just wanted to pay back everything and start all over again. So he got a reputable firm to value all his assets. He had about 184 flats, which he gave up. He was the largest investor in the Nigerian banking sector, which he also gave up. He was a major shareholder in Africa Finance Corporation, the chairman of Transcorp Hilton, a shareholder in Mobil Oil Nigeria, and the second largest shareholder in Chevron Texaco. And he gave up his shares in these companies just to repay his debts. After everything, Femi Otedola was left with two properties, his office space and a 34% stake in African Petroleum, which he rebranded to Forte Oil in 2010. He went back to work and started all over again. Guess what? With consistency and unquenchable thirst for success, Femi Otedola bounced back. By 2014, Femi Otedola was back again on Forbes List of the richest people in the world, but this time bigger and better. So, the next time you see Femi Otedola spending a few billions from his wealth on his birthday, don't make a big deal out of it. Trust me, he deserves it. After all, every hard-working entrepreneur has a payday. The lesson I learned from this story is that tough times don't last, but tough people do. What lesson do you learn from this story? Kindly share your thoughts in the comment below. Thank you.